Little college football talk. There were a couple big games in the SEC which turned into fairly one-sided affairs. The most compelling game of the weekend was Notre Dame and Cincinnati. So the plot for this is Cincinnati was previously coached by Brian Kelly before he went to Notre Dame. He really built that program and got it to the upper echelon of Group of Five before he took the Notre Dame job. Cincinnati goes into Notre Dame, into South Bend, and wins a big one.
Yeah, they did, and you talk about a statement win for Cincinnati, and I know people are going to be talking about the Bearcats now. What do they rank fifth? The possibility of the Bearcats being in the playoff? I mean, come on, please. We're talking Cincinnati here, okay?
They should be in the playoff.
Look at their schedule.
They just had a signature win. When you're a Group of Five team,
Notre Dame.
Listen, a team like Boise State, a team like Central Florida, for example, those teams, when you finally get a chance to make some noise, it's because of like a 3-year cycle of work. They almost beat Georgia last year in the Peach Bowl. They were very, very good a year ago. They proved who they were.
A year ago.
Yeah, but they've got a quarterback who's returning. That should be a Heisman Trophy candidate. You put that group together, and what they've done, what they showed this week, they need to be in that discussion. They need to be in the top four.
Oh, they can be in the discussion. I don't know how you put them in the top four when the only team they basically beat is Notre Dame. And the only team they got coming up on their schedule is SMU. And unless Dickerson and James are in their prime in that game, I don't even see that game.
There's going to be teams that are above them right now that are unbeaten that are going to lose because they play each other. That team at that point, if they're undefeated the rest of the way, based on what they've done over the last 3 years, their complete body of work, they absolutely belong in the Final Four, which is wide open this year.
Yeah.
You've got Alabama, you've got Georgia, and then after that, like, don't give me some trash Big Ten team that thinks they should be in like Ohio State with a couple of losses. Don't tell me that.
Next thing you know, you're going to tell me that BYU deserved to be the NCAA champions over the University of Washington.
No, because that was garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Back in 1984, never should have happened. Worst ever.
Cincinnati, seriously. Who are you
the other upset, Oregon winds up losing to Stanford in overtime. Oregon was ranked third. They wind up losing to the smart guys from Stanford in overtime. That was an exceptional game.
What happened to the Pac-12 being a battle between Oregon and Washington, right? I mean, going into the season, those were the two front runners. Yeah. Washington's gone off the rails. Oregon struggled with the loss.
After dominating Ohio State.
They crushed Ohio State. I mean, Ohio State looked horrible that game.
Yeah, and you know what?
Hey,
They're ranked seventh. They're ranked 7th, and Oregon's ranked 8th, even though that game happened 2 weeks ago, and both teams have a loss. Ridiculous Big Ten bias to go along with the SEC bias. Let's get off from this, and let's get to the Seahawks before Michael comes on the set. Our goal over the course of the entire season is to never let anybody actually see what Michael looks like.
You don't want to see what Michael looks like.
all the time.
No.
You may hear him cackling in the background, but you're not going to see him.